Did you know that Dwayne Wade fathered a child while on a break from Gabrielle Union? From Will Smith and Margot Robbie's scandalous photo booth controversy to Nick Cannon's whirlwind of high-profile romances, Hollywood has never been short on behind-the-scenes drama. Here are 20 black actors who got tangled up in on-set affairs with their co-stars. 1. Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier and Diane Carroll weren't just legendary figures who redefined the landscape for black actors in the 50s and 60s. They were also caught in a deeply complicated love story behind the scenes. Their romance, which lasted nearly a decade beginning in 1959, unfolded while they were both in committed marriages. The two first crossed paths on the set of Porgy and Bess, and their bond was instant. Both were immensely talented and understood the weight of breaking barriers in an industry that was far from welcoming to black talent. Their on-screen connection was undeniable, but what truly set tongues wagging was that their passion extended well beyond the cameras. Here's where things took a messy turn. At the time, Sidney was still married to his first wife, Juanita Hardy, while Diane was wed to music producer Monty Kaye. According to Diane's memoir, The Legs Are the Last to Go, Sidney convinced her to divorce her husband, promising to do the same so they could finally be together. She followed through, only to find that Sidney wasn't as quick to keep his end of the deal. This led to years of emotional highs and lows, with neither fully able to walk away nor commit completely. One of the biggest breaking points came when Sidney reportedly proposed a test of their future. He wanted Diane to live with him for 6 months, but without her daughter, just to see if they were truly ready for marriage. For Diane, this was a deal breaker. She refused, and eventually their long-running love affair came to an end. For most of their time together, their relationship remained carefully concealed. Both had built careers that required spotless public images, and a scandal of this magnitude could have been devastating. In the end, they went their separate ways. Diane moved forward with her life, and Sidney eventually ended his marriage, later tying the knot with actress Joanna Shimkus in 1976. 2. Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg and Ted Danson's romance was one of the most sensational celebrity love affairs of the early 90s. Their paths crossed in 1993 while working on Made in America, where they portrayed romantic partners on screen. But what started as undeniable cinematic chemistry quickly evolved into a real-life passion. At the time, Ted Danson was still legally bound to his second wife, Cassandra Coates, with whom he had shared 16 years of marriage. Whoopi Goldberg, however, was unattached, having finalized her divorce from her second husband years prior. When the media got wind of their off-screen romance, it sent shockwaves through Hollywood, not just because Ted was still technically married, but because their relationship defied expectations. Cassandra soon initiated divorce proceedings, making it one of the most financially draining breakups in Tinseltown history, reportedly costing Ted a fortune. Despite the uproar, Ted and Whoopi didn't shy away from their relationship. They proudly appeared together at high-profile events, standing firm in the face of criticism. However, navigating an interracial relationship in the public eye during the 1990s was no easy feat. They faced relentless scrutiny from all sides. But the most infamous moment came during a Friars Club roast held in Whoopi's honor. During the event, Ted performed a comedic skit in blackface, something he and Whoopi considered an inside joke. But what they found amusing sparked outrage among audiences, with many condemning the act as deeply offensive. The backlash was swift and brutal, intensifying the already mounting pressure on their relationship. The unrelenting public scrutiny, coupled with the controversies that followed them, proved to be too much. In less than a year and a half, they made the difficult choice to go their separate ways. For Whoopi, the split wasn't just about losing a romantic partner, it meant losing a cherished friend. The end of his friendship hurt more than anything, she later admitted. We couldn't even sit down and talk like we used to. 3. Will Smith and Margot Robbie became the center of a major Hollywood scandal back in 2013, sending gossip columns into a frenzy. The speculation ignited while they were filming Focus, a movie where their electric on-screen chemistry had everyone talking. But some believed their connection didn't stop when the cameras weren't rolling. Whispers of an alleged affair spread like wildfire, especially given that Will was still married to Jada Pinkett Smith. The catalyst for the controversy? A photo booth session that resulted in a scandalous picture. Will Smith, shirtless, and Margot Robbie, playfully lifting her top to reveal her lingerie. The image quickly went viral, fueling endless speculation about what was really happening behind the scenes. Reports surfaced claiming that the two stars were inseparable on set, with insiders suggesting that Margot even skipped a wrap party to spend extra time in Will's trailer. The media circus surrounding the rumors didn't just impact Hollywood, it reached Margot's family as well. Her mother reportedly advised her to be more mindful of how things might appear in the future. Despite the buzz, Margot firmly denied any wrongdoing. She dismissed the rumors as baseless, insisting that people were twisting harmless moments into something scandalous. "It was blown way out of proportion," she later said, shutting down any claims of a romantic entanglement. As for Will, he remained largely silent, never addressing the allegations head-on, only adding to the mystery. His silence left room for speculation, keeping fans and tabloids guessing about what truly happened between the two. While the rumors swirled, Margot moved on from the media storm. Later that same year, she crossed paths with Tom Ackerley while working on Suite Française. Their relationship blossomed, and by 2014, they were officially an item. In 2016, they tied the knot in an intimate, low-key ceremony, closing the chapter on one of Hollywood's most talked-about controversies. 4. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy and Mel B, famously known as Scary Spice from the Spice Girls, shared a passionate yet short-lived romance in 2006. It was the kind of whirlwind affair that felt straight out of a love story. Intense, exciting, and seemingly full of promise. But while their relationship didn't lead to a fairy tale ending, it did result in something truly special: their daughter, Angel Iris Murphy Brown. Mel B has been candid about her time with Eddie, detailing their love story in her memoir, Brutally Honest, and in multiple interviews. She described Eddie as the great love of her life, recalling how they first met at a private dinner party at his mansion. The attraction was immediate and overwhelming, so much so that Mel left that night, feeling it was too much to process. But Eddie, ever the gentleman, pursued her in an old-school, romantic way before they finally went public with their relationship. For 9 months, their love felt like something out of a movie. Mel reminisced that their time together was filled with deep connection, mutual respect, and an undeniable chemistry. However, the magic didn't last. It was Mel who ultimately decided to walk away, though she has always spoken highly of Eddie, calling him a devoted family man who deeply values respect and love. At the time of their breakup, Mel was expecting their daughter, a revelation that quickly spiraled into public drama. Eddie initially cast doubt on whether he was the father, famously stating that a DNA test would be needed before making any assumptions. However, after the test confirmed paternity, he accepted Angel as his own and has played a role in her life ever since. Both have since moved forward. Eddie found lasting love with model Paige Butcher, with whom he shares 2 children. As for Mel, her next chapter was far more complicated. Her marriage to Stephen Belafonte became a nightmare of abuse and control. She has since spoken openly about her struggles, crediting her late father for giving her the strength to escape and rebuild her life. 5. Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington has long been celebrated not just for his unparalleled talent on screen, but also for his carefully curated career choices. While he has mastered the art of drawing audiences into every role he takes on, he has also been strategic about the types of scenes he agrees to, especially when it comes to intimate moments on screen. Throughout his decades-long career, Denzel has intentionally steered clear of certain love scenes, particularly those that might not sit well with his core fan base, which includes a significant number of Black women. His careful approach to on-screen romance is part of what has helped him maintain his revered status in Hollywood. However, back in 2003, whispers began circulating about a potential off-screen connection between Denzel and his out-of-time co-star, Sanaa Lathan. Their undeniable chemistry in the film led to heavy speculation, especially after they shared a steamy on-screen moment. Almost overnight, the gossip mill went into overdrive, with people questioning whether the on-screen passion had spilled into real life. At the time, Denzel was, and still is, married to Pauletta Washington, a woman who has stood by his side for decades, making them one of Hollywood's most admired and enduring couples. Despite the rampant speculation, both Denzel and Sanaa shut down the rumors. Sanaa, in particular, later voiced her frustration over the situation, explaining that being an actress in Hollywood means constantly dealing with baseless gossip, especially after filming intimate scenes. But rather than letting the talk get to her, she chose to stay focused on her craft. As for Denzel, he has remained vocal about his approach to choosing roles. Over the years, he has openly discussed his reluctance to take on certain romantic scenes, particularly interracial ones, due to the potential reaction from his loyal audience. He once pointed out that even something as seemingly minor as an on-screen kiss could spark backlash, leading him to opt out of those types of moments in many of his films. 6. Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian's relationship has been anything but a fairy tale. The NBA player and the reality TV star first got together in 2016, and in the beginning, everything appeared picture perfect. But as time went on, their romance became less about love and more about repeated scandals that kept making headlines. The first major shock came in 2018, just as Khloe was days away from giving birth to their daughter True. TMZ sent shockwaves through the internet when they released footage of Tristan caught getting too close to another woman at a nightclub. The betrayal couldn't have come at a worse time. Khloe was in the final stages of pregnancy, preparing for what was supposed to be one of the happiest moments of her life. Despite the heartbreak, she decided to stand by him, hoping to salvage their relationship for the sake of their newborn daughter. Then, just when it seemed like they had moved past the drama, an even bigger scandal erupted in 2019. This time it involved Jordyn Woods, someone who wasn't just a close friend of the family, but Kylie Jenner's longtime bestie. Rumors quickly spread that Jordyn and Tristan had crossed a line, and eventually Jordyn admitted to sharing a kiss with him at a party. The fallout was brutal. Khloe ended things with Tristan, and Jordyn was immediately exiled from the Kardashian-Jenner circle. Even after that public mess, Tristan and Khloe attempted to patch things up. They reconciled and even went as far as planning to have another child via surrogacy, hoping to give True a sibling. But peace never lasted long in their relationship. More allegations of infidelity surfaced, and in 2021, the ultimate betrayal came to light. Tristan had fathered a child with another woman while still romantically involved with Khloe. That was the breaking point. By 2022, Khloe made it clear that they were done for good. She has since spoken openly about the emotional toll Tristan's repeated disloyalties took on her, emphasizing that her main focus now is raising her children in a positive environment while prioritizing her own healing. Meanwhile, Tristan has been widely criticized by fans and the public for his never-ending cycle of infidelity. 7. Jada Pinkett Smith. Jada Pinkett Smith's highly publicized relationship with singer August Alsina became one of the most explosive pop culture moments in recent memory when she and Will Smith decided to address it openly on Red Table Talk in July 2020. The drama began when August revealed in an interview that he had been romantically involved with Jada, a revelation that sent shockwaves through the media, particularly because Jada was still married to Will at the time. Jada and August first crossed paths in 2015 through her son Jaden. At the time, August was struggling with serious physical and emotional health issues, and Jada took it upon herself to help him heal. What started as a close friendship gradually evolved into something deeper. When Jada finally spoke out about it, she famously referred to their relationship as an entanglement, a term that quickly became a viral buzzword as people tried to decipher its true meaning. During the now infamous Red Table Talk episode, Jada and Will opened up about the rocky phase in their marriage that had led to this situation. They revealed that at the time of her involvement with August, they had been on a temporary break, trying to navigate their relationship and find clarity. Jada emphasized that she had sought happiness and fulfillment during that period, making it clear that no one had given her permission to be with August because, as she put it, the only person who can grant me permission is myself. Will acknowledged that he had been aware of what was happening and that they had since worked through their issues as a couple. Their discussion wasn't just about Jada's romance with August. It was about the highs and lows of their marriage and how they had managed to hold on to each other despite all the turbulence. Will even made a lighthearted joke about getting her back for the situation, but by the time of the interview, it was evident that they had put the past behind them. 8. Chris Rock. For years, whispers of an alleged affair between Chris Rock and Kerry Washington have refused to die down. The speculation was fueled by Chris himself, who admitted in a stand-up comedy routine that he had been unfaithful to his ex-wife, Malak Compton Rock, with 3 different women, one of whom, he hinted, was a major celebrity. Ever since that revelation, many have suspected he was referring to Kerry Washington, his co-star in the 2007 film, I Think I Love My Wife. A movie that, ironically, revolves around a married man fantasizing about infidelity. According to inside sources, Chris and Kerry's rumored relationship allegedly lasted about 6 months while they were filming the movie. At the time, Kerry was engaged to actor David Moscow, and Chris was still legally married, although his relationship with Malak was reportedly strained. The speculation first gained traction in 2007, but reignited years later when Chris revisited the topic during his Total Blackout comedy tour. He even joked about cheating with a member of Destiny's Child, though he made it clear that it wasn't Beyoncé. People close to Chris have often downplayed the rumors, claiming that he tends to exaggerate for comedic effect. They also noted that his marriage to Malak was already experiencing difficulties, and the couple had spent a lot of time apart. As for Kerry, she has never directly addressed the allegations. When her former fiancé, David Moscow, was once asked about it, he responded with a no comment, only adding more mystery to the situation. Despite the years of speculation, both Chris and Kerry have moved on. Kerry is now happily married to former NFL player Nnamdi Asomugha, with whom she shares 2 children. Chris, too, has moved forward, having been in other relationships and currently dating actress Megalyn Echikunwoke. 9. Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes, the action star known for his roles in Blade and Jungle Fever, has had an eventful personal life filled with relationships, marriages, and high-profile drama. His first marriage to April Dubois lasted from 1985 until their divorce in 1990. In 2003, he tied the knot with Nakyung Nikki Park, with whom he shares 4 children. But when it comes to on-set relationships, Snipes found himself in the middle of controversy after being linked to Jennifer Lopez while filming the 1995 movie Money Train. The film, which featured some steamy moments, became the backdrop for behind-the-scenes tension that later made headlines. At the time, Jennifer was still carving out her place in Hollywood, trying to establish herself in the industry. Years later, she revealed that Snipes made repeated advances toward her during and after filming. According to Lopez, Wesley often invited the cast to group outings, but at the end of the night, he'd insist on driving her home last, each time attempting to kiss her. Jennifer made it clear she wasn't interested, but she claimed Snipes didn't handle rejection well. After she turned him down, he reportedly gave her the cold shoulder for nearly 2 months, making the atmosphere on set uncomfortable. One of the biggest issues Lopez addressed was the filming of an intimate love scene. She later described it as a horrible experience, admitting she was young and inexperienced, unaware that she could set boundaries to make herself feel more at ease. She expressed regret over not demanding more control, explaining that precautions weren't taken to ensure her comfort. Looking back, Jennifer described Wesley's behavior as going too far, making her feel anxious and uneasy. While she acknowledged that flirting on movie sets is common, she felt Snipes had crossed the line. To make matters more complicated, Jennifer was already in a committed relationship at the time, which added another layer of discomfort to the situation. 10. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal, better known as Shaq, one of basketball's biggest legends, isn't just famous for his dominance on the court. His larger-than-life personality and charisma have made him a pop culture icon. But when it comes to his personal life, things have been far from smooth. Shaq has openly admitted that his own infidelity played a major role in the breakdown of his marriage to Shawnee O'Neal. The two tied the knot in 2002, and for a while they were considered one of the NBA's strongest power couples. Together they had 4 children and seemed to have it all. But behind the glitz and glamour, their marriage was falling apart. In his memoir, Shaq didn't sugarcoat his mistakes. He took full responsibility for his failed marriage, admitting that he had been unfaithful. He was brutally honest, stating, "I was a man with too many options." Rumors swirled that Shaq had been romantically involved with multiple women throughout their marriage, with one of the most talked about alleged affairs involving Dominica Westling. Reports claimed their relationship lasted between 2003 and 2009, overlapping with his marriage to Shawnee. While some of these affairs were never officially confirmed, many believe his repeated cheating was a key factor in their divorce. Despite the public humiliation and heartbreak, Shawnee chose to take the high road. She prioritized co-parenting their children and, over the years, has even acknowledged that Shaq is a great father. As for Shaq, he's repeatedly expressed deep regret over how things ended with Shawnee. He's openly admitted that his actions were selfish and that he's had to live with the consequences of his mistakes. In multiple interviews, he's praised Shawnee for being a strong and loving mother, acknowledging the pain he caused and the lessons he had to learn the hard way. But if you thought Shaq's confessions were bold, just wait until you hear about Halle Berry and Billy Bob Thornton's infamous on-screen chemistry, a connection that sparked years of wild speculation. Is there any truth behind the rumors? 11. Halle Berry. Halle Berry has always been a game changer, especially as the first Black woman to win an Academy Award for Best Actress. But with fame comes endless speculation, and one of the longest-running rumors surrounding her has been her connection to her Monsters Ball co-star, Billy Bob Thornton. For years, Hollywood insiders whispered about a possible real-life romance between Halle and Billy Bob after their intense, raw, and controversial love scene in the film. The scene was so emotionally charged that many people assumed there had to be something real behind it. But in an October 2024 interview on Dax Shepard's Armchair Expert podcast, Halle finally addressed the rumors once and for all. She didn't hold back. "There's this urban legend that we were actually intimate," she said, visibly frustrated. "I've heard it for years, and let me tell you, it's just not true." Halle also pointed out something crucial. Billy Bob was married to Angelina Jolie at the time. She emphasized that not only were the affair rumors completely false, but they were also highly unlikely, considering the circumstances. The takeaway: Halle and Billy Bob were just doing their jobs. They were actors delivering a raw and believable performance. But nothing ever happened off screen. Yet despite her firm denial, the whispers never really went away. 12. Mickey Pfeiffer. Mickey Pfeiffer has built a reputation for delivering powerful and unforgettable performances in both movies and TV. But even the most seasoned professionals can find themselves caught up in on-set tensions, intense emotions, and unexpected attraction. According to multiple reports, Mickey and his co-star Elika Portino shared a palpable connection while filming an intimate project together. Their scenes were so electrifying that many suspected their chemistry wasn't just acting. The problem? Mickey was already married to his longtime wife, Rashay Barnes. For any actor, filming love scenes is a delicate balancing act. It requires absolute professionalism, creating something that looks authentic on screen while keeping emotions separate in real life. But in this case, lines may have been blurred. There were whispers that Mickey and Elika's bond went beyond the set, but neither of them ever addressed the rumors directly. Was it just great acting, or was there more to the story? Meanwhile, Mickey's marriage to Rashay was already going through rough patches. He later spoke openly about the challenges of maintaining a relationship while working in an industry where on-screen intimacy is common. He admitted that being honest and transparent with his spouse was crucial, but he also acknowledged how easy it is for personal and professional lives to collide, especially when emotions run high. Whether or not anything actually happened between Mickey and Elika, one thing is certain: the tension was real, and their performances left a lasting impression. 13. Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence, the legendary comedian who skyrocketed to fame with his sitcom Martin and hit films like Bad Boys and Big Mama's House, has always had incredible chemistry with his co-stars. But in Hollywood, on-screen sparks often lead to off-screen speculation. During the 1990s, Martin worked alongside many talented and stunning actresses, and naturally, the gossip mill started churning. Fans and industry insiders began speculating about whether his on-set romances extended into real life. One of the most persistent rumors surrounded his relationship with Tisha Campbell, his on-screen love interest, Gina, from Martin. Their chemistry was undeniable, but as the show progressed, things reportedly became tense behind the scenes. In 1997, Tisha took legal action, filing a lawsuit against Martin, alleging harassment. The situation got so intense that she left the show temporarily. While the lawsuit didn't confirm a romantic connection, it fueled speculation that their off-screen interactions were far more complicated than people realized. Years later, Martin and Tisha reconciled and even reunited for the Martin reunion special. But the question still lingers. Was their relationship purely professional, or was there more to the story? Another highly discussed rumor involved Martin and Lark Voorhees, best known as Lisa Turtle from Saved by the Bell. The two were allegedly linked for a brief period, but neither of them ever confirmed or denied the speculation. Beyond his rumored romances, Martin's personal life was also plagued by challenges. He faced legal troubles, mental health struggles, and personal hardships, all of which added to the media frenzy surrounding him. 14. Jamie Foxx. Let's be real. Jamie Foxx is the full package. He's got the talent, the charm, and a career that's put him alongside some of the most stunning and accomplished women in Hollywood. And when you're working with gorgeous, talented co-stars, the rumor mill never stops spinning. For years, Jamie was seen as one of Hollywood's most sought-after bachelors. And even when he was in a long-term, under-the-radar relationship with Katie Holmes, the whispers never truly died down. People always wanted to know, who was Jamie really spending time with, both on and off set? One name that always seems to come up? Kerry Washington. Their undeniable chemistry and Ray was so magnetic that people couldn't help but wonder if their bond extended beyond the screen. Their performances were so raw and intimate that audiences were convinced there had to be more to the story. Then there's Garcelle Beauvais, Jamie's longtime co-star from The Jamie Foxx Show. Their on-screen dynamic was so effortlessly flirty that fans started speculating if life was imitating art. But both Jamie and Garcelle have been firm on one thing: their relationship never crossed into anything romantic, though their deep friendship kept the rumors alive. And of course, we can't forget Django Unchained. Jamie and Kerry Washington reunited and, you guessed it, the gossip came flooding back. At this point, it almost became an expectation. If Jamie shares insane chemistry with a co-star, people assume something's going on behind the scenes. But Jamie? He's never let the rumors get to him. He's always played it cool, laughing off the headlines while keeping his private life exactly that. Private. 15. Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon has never had a boring love life. That much is clear. His high-profile romance and marriage to Mariah Carey was nothing short of legendary. Two A-list superstars coming together. But even during and after their time as a couple, whispers of infidelity surrounded Nick. While not all of the rumors involved on-set affairs, Nick's long list of collaborations with stunning women kept fans and tabloids guessing. One name that constantly resurfaces? Christina Milian. The two dated years ago, and Christina herself confirmed that Nick was unfaithful. She even admitted that she caught him cheating by going through his phone. And let's just say she didn't hold back when she talked about it. But that was just the beginning. Fast forward to his marriage to Mariah Carey. While their relationship seemed like a picture-perfect Hollywood fairy tale, especially with their adorable twins, Nick's name still found itself attached to other women. Some of these rumored side relationships were linked to models, actresses, and women he worked with. After his highly publicized divorce from Mariah, Nick's love life exploded in the media. He's since fathered multiple children with multiple women, keeping his name firmly planted in the gossip circuit. While some people admire his honesty about wanting a big family, others see it as a sign of deeper commitment struggles. No matter where you stand, one thing is undeniable. Nick Cannon's love life is always front-page news. But if you think that's dramatic, wait until you hear about Taye Diggs and the rumors that swirled around his marriage. 16. Taye Diggs. Taye Diggs and Idina Menzel were once considered Hollywood's ultimate power couple. Their love story started on the set of Rent in the mid-90s, and by 2003, they had tied the knot. To the outside world, they seemed like the perfect match. He had smooth charisma, and she had Broadway royalty status. But like so many celebrity relationships, rumors of trouble started creeping in. At some point in their marriage, whispers began swirling that Taye might not have been entirely faithful. Though there was never any solid proof, Speculation grew because Tay was constantly working alongside some of Hollywood's most beautiful and talented actresses. Despite the ongoing rumors, neither Tay nor Adina ever publicly addressed the infidelity speculation. Then, in 2013, after a decade of marriage, they officially announced their split. They insisted it was amicable and that their main focus was on co-parenting their son Walker. What stood out the most? Even after their divorce, neither one of them ever threw accusations around. They kept it classy, which is a rare sight in Hollywood breakups. Was there really something going on behind the scenes? Or was it just another case of Hollywood gossip spinning out of control? Only they know the truth. 17. Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony and Lala Anthony were once one of Hollywood's most beloved couples. They had been together for years, tied the knot in 2010, and shared a beautiful son, Keon, whom they both adored. To the outside world, they had the perfect relationship, but behind the scenes, cracks began to show. Like many high-profile relationships, rumors of infidelity started swirling. One of the most shocking allegations was that Carmelo had been romantically involved with an actress from a production he was connected to. The details were murky, as they often are in Hollywood scandals. But this wasn't the first time cheating rumors surrounded him. Then came the bombshell that shook their marriage. Reports surfaced that Carmelo had secretly fathered a child with another woman while still married to Lala. Neither of them directly confirmed the rumors, but the strain on their relationship became impossible to ignore. Lala moved out, and by 2017, the couple officially separated. Despite their split, they kept things amicable, focusing on co-parenting and maintaining a healthy environment for their son. Over the next few years, fans speculated about a possible reconciliation, especially after seeing them together at events and interacting on social media. But just when it seemed like they might be finding their way back to each other, more rumors surfaced, making it clear that trust had been broken beyond repair. By 2021, Lala made it official. She filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. The fairy tale was over, and it seemed like both had finally accepted that their marriage wasn't salvageable. But if you think that was messy, wait until you hear about Terrence Howard and the never-ending chaos surrounding his personal life. 18. Terrence Howard. There's no denying that Terrence Howard is an exceptional actor. From his standout performances in hit films to his iconic role as Lucius Lyon on Empire, he's built a career filled with memorable moments. But his personal life? That's an entirely different story. Terrence has always been known for having a tumultuous love life. With multiple marriages, legal disputes, and countless headlines, drama seems to follow him wherever he goes. When Empire took off, so did the rumors about his on-set relationships. His undeniable chemistry with Taraji P. Henson, who played Cookie Lyon, sparked speculation that there was something going on behind the scenes. Their connection was electric, and many believed that art was imitating life. But the whispers didn't stop there. Other rumors emerged, suggesting that Terrence had also grown close to various cast members and crew behind the scenes. 19. T.I. and Tiny Harris have been together for what feels like a lifetime. They made it official in 2010, building a blended family and a relationship that many admired. But despite their deep history, their love story has been anything but a fairy tale. Over the years, accusations of infidelity have loomed over T.I., with whispers that he had been unfaithful with multiple women, including models and actresses he worked with in his music videos. If you've ever watched one of T.I.'s high-energy music videos, you know they're often filled with gorgeous women, so it wasn't long before people started connecting the dots. Tiny herself hasn't stayed silent about the alleged betrayals. In interviews and on social media, she's hinted that her husband hasn't always been loyal. In 2016, she even filed for divorce, shocking fans. But before the split could be finalized, they decided to give their marriage another shot. Yet the rumors didn't stop. One of the most explosive moments came when a woman went live on Instagram, claiming she had been with T.I. behind Tiny's back. Tiny's response? She posted cryptic messages about loyalty and respect, only fueling speculation. There were other whispers too. Talk of entertainers, models, and women from the industry linked to T.I. in ways that went beyond professional. But despite all the allegations, nothing was ever definitively proven. One thing's for sure, this marriage has been through the fire. But did it survive the flames? 20. Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union are one of Hollywood's favorite power couples, but their road to happiness was far from smooth. Before they officially said "I do" in 2014, they had already been together for years, looking like the ultimate dream team. Two superstars, always stylish, always smiling, and appearing to have the perfect romance. But in 2013, the fantasy cracked. The news broke like a bombshell. Dwayne had fathered a child with another woman, while he and Gabrielle were on a break. Dwayne himself confirmed the scandal, admitting that during their time apart, he had a son with someone else. Fans were shocked, but the biggest question was, how would Gabrielle react? She later opened up about how deeply it hurt her, admitting that it was one of the toughest moments of her life. But what happened next shocked everyone even more. Instead of walking away, she chose to fight for their relationship. Gabrielle revealed that they had to go through a painful healing process, filled with honest conversations, self-reflection, and a lot of work. Dwayne didn't shy away from taking responsibility. He owned his mistakes, showing that he was committed to rebuilding their trust. And against all odds, they made it through.